Okay, guys, hope you're well. We're going to go to Ask Scruff. And this is quite an interesting question. Let me just flick this over a second. And I'll pull it up because there's quite a bit to unpack on this one. So, we'll come into the Discord first. And for those that don't go in the Discord too much, keep a very close eye on this. There is somebody impersonating me at the moment. I will never DM you. I will never send a friend request. So if you get one, it ain't me. Okay? So just be very, very careful of that because there's been a spate of it this week. Okay, so Trader Clinic, Ask Scruff. Right, so it's for little Casper. Little salute to you, kid. I took a trade on Pound GP around 8:30 this morning. Right. That's the first red flag. That tells me you're over eager to get in the market because the pound will be settling down between 8 and 9 o'clock each morning because of the UK opening. So you've got to be a bit careful. The fact you waited till 8:30 is a good thing, okay? But it's still showing over eagerness. It's a dangerous hour to start looking to trade. I was looking to go short. The general direction of that is short, so that's not wrong. And everything looked all right at first. The trade went against me. Decided to wait for the hour candle to close before making the decision. There is the EU news at 10 a.m. It's mid-news, so it's not mainly something to worry about too much. And you had a look at the buy sheet at 9 o'clock, and both the 15-minute and the 5 minutes were pointing up. With the news coming up, I chose to close the trade at a loss. Well, okay, that's a reasonable assumption. You're wrong, and you don't want to tackle it. Okay. About 10 minutes later, two madness positions went into profit. This is the second time this has happened last week. Similar scenario. Yes, Friday is terrible to trade, kid. But the news, but let's have a look at it. So, you know my rules around Friday. I don't like trading opens. So, I generally keep away from the 8 o'clock open. Certainly for half an hour. So, that was a good point. But I genuinely wait till about 9 o'clock. Just lets the market do what it's doing. News-wise, let's have a quick look at it. See if I can find it. So if we pull the news in for today, if I just go to the filters, we'll take out the low-level news and then have a look down. This is what we're left with, okay? So 10 o'clock, got the inflation rate. It's just medium impact. It isn't really going to kick off too much. And if you're looking at the pound, these are the ones that you would have been paying attention to. All right. So this lot's not really going to affect it. Okay. So from here, let's have a little look to see what's going on. So we'll find 8 o'clock. Okay. So where's 8 o'clock? So 8 o'clock is here. All right. So you're going short at 8 o'clock. There is a general view coming down. But at 8 o'clock, when that comes in, all right, you've got a downward push. But look at the Bollinger Band. The Bollinger Band is flattening out. So it's not great. And you've got no direction at this moment in time. It's pretty flat. The only thing you've got to work with is, yes, that was pushing down. All right. So that's the hourly. Let's have a look and see what the 15-minute had to say. Okay. So that would have been here. So that's pointing down. But this is actually moving up. And again, your Bollinger Band is closed in. So it's incredibly weak. So everything's telling you to stay out at this moment in time. Let's take it down into 5 minutes. We'll have a little look. So 5 minutes in and around 8 o'clock. Now I'll explain why it's 8 o'clock in a moment. At 8 o'clock, again, that's going up and that's going up. So the hour sentiment is telling you not to do anything, right, at all. So let's scan this forward a little bit. So we're going to go out to the 15-minute. And I'm going to move it to 8:30. So there's 8:30 which is your triggering point of view, and you were looking to go short at 8:30, well, that's telling you it's going up. The general direction is kind of neutral to a degree, but it's definitely on an upward push. Take it into 5 minutes. Let's have a little look, see what the score is. Again, the trigger is the opposite direction. That is going up. It's above the top end of the Bollinger Band, and it's starting to flare the opposite way. I think it's been a case of over-eagerness. Now, that's just basic analysis, having a look at it. Now, when I did my analysis of it, and it's kind of updated, I would be looking to sell it. But it told me to wait. And the reason it's telling me to wait is because the lower time frames are pushing up into a bad situation. So I'll be waiting for this to get to the very top, or at least come back. So the earliest opportunity it would have had to get into a sell would have been here, which is 9 o'clock, which will push down, which will explain your madness positionings going into profit, and it would have been a quick scalp. Take this out to 15 minutes, see what happens at 9 o'clock there. Well, at 9 o'clock, again, there's your trigger again, and there's your bounce off the moving average. So, in essence, to this one, it's not a question of being unlucky or the market's pushing. The market was already telling you it was moving up. It was already telling you that. It was moving up inside a bigger move, and that move was down, which we can see. You just got in a bit too early, kid. A little bit too trigger happy. So the essence of trading is this: get your direction in place for the hour. So that's why I started at 8 o'clock. So the general direction, blah, 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 and then you use the low time frames to time the entry. And in this case, the low time frames were telling you to wait for it to get a bit higher, and you just jumped in, son. So that's kind of the way I would have looked at that. Hope that helps you. Catch you soon.